Alrighty, hi everyone, Devi here, Davis speaking, and we are back at it again with the illustration making that we've been working on for a while now. I have to say that we actually were doing really good so far. Unfortunately, I've they before yesterday I've actually like totally cracked out the illustration. Yeah, the illustration because we are drawing a fish. No, not really. I'm just, but folks, let me just quickly send out the things, and we should be back at it again relatively quickly. Let me just send out the information that I'm streaming. And meanwhile, while I'm going to actually send out the links, please tell me how were your days doing? What's your favorite dinner food? Picked up 2 huge packages, almost died, so just the usual stuff. Well, damn. Damn. Yeah, good for you, I guess. But not for real. I hope you're fine. Meanwhile, folks, I've actually decided to test out my 3D printer, and I have to tell you, well, very first thing I've genuinely printed out is the toothpaste extruder. Just to at least be conscious about like fact that I've made for the first print I've done something cool. And let me tell you something, this is actually great. Like the printer was like straight up, just, fully set up and fine. It's more pain than harm. Well, why did you say you almost died? What happened? Let me just quickly get to the character that we are drawing. There we are. Because today we are going to actually draw the third character, Kiara. And Kiara is going to be very specific, I guess. So yeah. Here. So yeah. And goddamn, I have to say, like, this 3D printer was really a good call to buy. You know what I mean? Just wanted to check if my brush is of a good size. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, wait. Let's maybe first draw the character. Alrighty. I think this eye could be shorter, so let's do that. That's something you don't hear from me, so holy. God damn. But for real though. Just post-surgery things, stitch sticks into Calli, almost rips me apart and stuff like that, bruh. I still don't recollect what exactly the surgery was. I know, I am aware that you've had a surgery, but like, why was it needed? You know what I mean? And what was exactly going on? Huh. Okay. We're slowly going to do the stuff that we need to do. Because I haven't said. Oh. Hell yeah. Okay, so my memory is not that bad. God damn, man. Imagine. Give me a second. I need to do one thing. I'm still going to be here, I just need to mute myself for a second. Must have been the wind, okay. Nah, for real, like, I've been feeling that's, like... You know that weird feeling around your nose when you feel that you have a nosebleed? That's exactly what I felt, and, like... I was like, not now. And it actually turned out it wasn't. I am. Oop. But yeah, I've tested out my new 3D printer. New. I'm saying like I've already owned one, but I've never owned one. So I've tested out the high blood pressure. Not really, actually very low. If anything. You know, probably just tiredness hitting. I'm having like couple times a year situations like that where I'm like, you know, it's the entire like all of the tiredness just catching up to me in one moment, and I'm just all of a sudden like feeling like dizzy, my head hurts, and I'm getting a nosebleed. But yeah, it's all good, all good. I can continue drawing. Okay. I think I have it. So that's good. So I'm drawing Kiara in her athletic suit, basically. No way, I can actually click on things? God damn! Imagine. I wonder if I can like click the button and like, you know, the thing. Oh, I've got an email. Hold up. Oh. Yeah. Damn. Okay. I was kind of expecting that, but whatever. Because like I haven't really messaged the other person. I mean the other job place that I've, you know, for the language interpreter, that I am not coming for that, so they don't know that I'm not getting in for it. Yeah, like the company is registered, but you know what's the problem? They pay you by the minute. So basically, like, you have to be constantly on a call to earn good money. Like, I won't lie. Hi Muto, get over here, how are you? How's it going? So I won't lie, the thing they're offering was like on max, if I would like fill the entirety of my shift with phone calls, on max I would actually get like nearly over double of my, slightly over double of my current, you know, thing. Of my current paycheck, but you know. I'm not going there because you don't know, like I've asked her what is the like I've asked her directly what is their, like, you know, Polish thing or whatever, and like it seems that they've needed someone just to have someone, not necessarily that they have God knows how huge need for it. So I'm assuming that I wouldn't be earning at all on that, so no matter how good the offer would be, I wouldn't be earning on this, no matter how much I would be trying. So I've just came to the conclusion not to go with them and stay at the current job. At least I'm going to like save up as much as possible, and when the guy is going to fire me, I'm already going to have like a nice and comfy cushion. There's something wrong. She doesn't look like Kiara, so I need to change all of things. I believe the eyes are also on the thing. But yeah, you know, that's the thing. Also, to be fair, I'm slowly in the moment where I think taking care of my Patreon and such, which I'm doing, is going to be good enough to take care of as a full-time thing. So I'm not sure what I want to go with it, you know? Where I want to go with all that. I'm lucky to be able to have it. Well, lucky. On one hand lucky, on another hand I think it's because I've actually have my tactic that I'm using for the normal, like, you know, for my artworks that I'm doing off stream. But unfortunately, for the streaming stuff, it's a bit different thing. I can't say I have time to actually do that, but I guess. Because for that you don't even need to like worry about much. It doesn't even have to be like full illustration or anything like this, just a character in, you know, in a pose. But the problem is that there are topics and there are topics, you know what I mean? When it comes to the streaming, I'm using the topics that I can't really quickly do those things to upload on like DeviantArt or whatever. So I need to like figure out something else. By the way, I've totally forgot yet again to actually start recording the time up, so I'm going to look around. I'm good, so no kittens yet. Fish, yes. Now she looks like Kiara, I guess. But yeah, okay. One kitten is going to be named Zaga. I know when kittens come, Muto will be like Zaga. Yeah. Imagine. No, be like new drop came in. Imagine. It already gave me a notepad to write down the things I need to do. Told you, you need to start planning things, Muto. That's like crazy though. Dang. That's crazy. I need to make her head bigger. Just slightly. Okay. It fits in your pocket too and comes with pen. Yeah, you know, that's what I've mentioned. Like to always have something to write down things on. You know what I mean? Just as much you can just use your phone. And that arm is like going behind Calli. I have one of those too. I'm just using phone or my tablet or my sketchbook or a napkin. Happened once or twice. You know, you never know when the spark of genius is going to come in. It's a calendar and some scientific cheat sheet still. Damn! Okay, and I'm saying that it goes like that. Right. Okay. Okay, that's the one, and I guess like going like that. And we should be Gucci. Yep. I'll be real with you, I wasn't expecting that this illustration is going to come out to be this. So, yeah. Sad days? Why? No. Wait. It's not like it's Miss Cats, right? No, it's not Miss Cat. Okay. I mean Miss Cat's kitten. She's still pregnant, okay. It's a week old, okay. Well, sad days. Yeah. It's still too small. Yeah. You're right on that one. But just the head. The neck is good sized. It's just the head. Zega. Me. Wanna read the chat? Oh, I am listening. Oh, just doing laundry and stuff. I said because of oh. It was an orange kitten. Orange cat was horny like 2 months ago. I will. Huh? What do you mean you will? Take care of Miss Cat Kittens. Oh. Yeah. It's, yeah. It'll be much needed. Jail? Why cage? Why caging me, huh? Because... Oh. Of this joke. Oh, okay. And anyway, let me just check real quick. How does she present? I mean, she does look like she's been serving conf since 1990, but yeah. So we've got all three here. Yeah, the heads are comparable now when it comes to those two. And actually you can still see her face, so that's good. You'll be able to see this face. And the thing is that I'm wondering about like maybe making some kind of like, you know, we'll have to probably, or I guess I'm just going to leave it like as it is right now. I'm tired, bossman. Damn. Damn. So I need to, the last person that we are going to draw is going to be actually Ina. Yeah, Ina is going to be the last person that we need. Oh, wait a minute, actually. Well, yeah, good thing I've checked. Kiara needs to be lower. Shoot. Because she needs to be on the thing like this. Like that. Yeah. So she's like at her, like kind of trying to lay her head on her stomach. It's actually going to fit well because it's going to look like either Calli is going to look at Kiara or at Gigi. And Gigi thing is here. Yeah. I don't know what. I feel like this is okay. What I feel that is not okay is this segment. I tell you why. Not the free. Yeah, no, the free transformation. Yeah, like this. My hand doesn't want me to sleep. Oh. I don't want you to nap. I want you to sleep, but I don't want you to nap because napping is going to only mess up your sleeping schedule. But I'm a tired person. Because you're napping. When you're napping, you're actually falling into the trap where your organism is deregulated. That makes you constantly want to sleep, and basically your organism doesn't have that like change between falling asleep when you should actually fall asleep. That makes you constantly tired because your biological clock that we all have is actually going to scream like, hey yo, actually, like, I don't know when really we should be going to sleep. I guess we're going to sleep all the time of the day. But when you're not napping, because like, let's be real, you're napping for more than 10 minutes. And like, you should nap only when you're like doing like whole day of like some exercise or something to just quickly recharge. So yeah. The thing is that if you are not going to nap, you are going to actually get your brain into thinking that, oh, so we have like some kind of system. We are falling asleep at that time and we are staying awake at that time, and like there's this balance day-night. When you're napping, especially for a longer period of time, you're actually destroying your organism. That's why you can tend to be constantly tired, lethargic, heavy, even your like heck, there's so many things that it's affecting, like even burning calories, you know what I mean? So like proper sleep with like your biological clock working out, it's like all necessary to like keep your body running. If you aren't like not doing that, it's just all going out, and that's it. And yeah, you know, the last person we're going to draw is going to be Ina. And with that, we're actually going to make the background too. Well, that's actually good. Ina. Over here we're going to have the sofa, and behind that we're going to have like just BG, which is going to be like everything else. Actually, I feel like Kiara herself should be slightly bigger. I'm tired, Grandpa. Actually, yeah, her just being slightly bigger, like fully, makes a bit more sense. Because now their heads are comparable again, I think. Yeah. That's nice. So you have Gigi licking her boots. We have Kiara who's like trying to sneak, kind of. I mean, with the size, I think they are. It should be actually slightly bigger, so if it's going to be slightly bigger than Calli's. Yeah, see? So it's actually proper. Because like, why her head should be slightly bigger? Because in the perspective, her head is closer to us, and Calli's head is foreshortened, so it's going to appear slightly smaller, even though they are like kind of in the same like a plane, you know what I mean? And actually, like, it's a good distance, you know? So that's good, that's good, that's good. Nice, 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 nice. Did I talk about the print I've done? Yeah, I did. That 3D printer is like the craziest thing. Really. The craziest thing. And yeah, you know. So I'm still keeping the references, but I'm going to like slowly get rid of them. Like for example, I don't need that nor that. I'm going to keep that reference and that reference because I need the sofa and the background references. Yeah, but that makes so much sense, I'm telling you. It's looking so good. To be fair, this illustration is starting to be much more ambitious than what I've anticipated. Oops, my bad. My bad. Oh, Muto. So, yeah, you know, the goal for today was to make, the goal for today was to, what? The GIF you've sent me, come on. Well, yeah, the goal for today was to actually make Kiara. We've done Kiara, we've made the edits. I've actually cut the footsies from the image, not to bring in any freaks. I mean, we're already making quite specific illustration, so to say. But yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So considerable. Of course, I'm still doing this as some form of sketching. Later on, we're going to make the line art, and well, I think after everything is going to be like already planned. I'm going to sit down and actually like go one like character after character, and actually, Calli legs look weird because they're foreshortened, I think. Actually, that looks kind of weird, but it's because she has like she's like picking up her foot a little bit higher, so it's like showing off to the camera. Oh well, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to sit down and most likely like go on top of it and do like proper sketches that I'm doing before the line arts and then the line arts. Because it's really important. The goal is to make thicker outline, thinner inside line. Hi John, good to have you here. How are you? How's it going? She's showing a lot more. Yeah. And hey John, good to have you here. How are you? How's it going? We also done Gigi licking Calli's shoes and Kiara trying to like sneak a hug. And we still need to make Ina based off of the illustration. So that's that. Also, John, is this the first time you're in the chat? If it's that so, I hope you find a comfy corner here. How are you? But yeah, the goal is reached for today. We've made the Kiara. So basically tomorrow we are going to make the stream also at 7 p.m. Even though like my goal is to make like trying to stream for 7 days a week. Sometimes it's impossible to do that, especially like when I'm way too tired to actually stream, or well, I'm constantly, well, not constantly, but when I'm losing the track of time as it was day before yesterday. But yeah, I have to say it's like really cool thing to go for, you know? I've gotta say it's really cool thing to go for. Just to take things slower, maybe again like make the streams maybe just slightly shorter too from time to time. We're of course going to still have like longer streams because for now we're just doing the sketches. I want to sketch character by character because I want to spend as much of my focus as possible on those characters, and that actually makes me having much less focus over time than the usual 2 hours. But you know, when we are going to get into like making the proper line arts. Hi there, glad to have you here. How are you? How's it going? I think this is the first time in Serum, so hope you find a coffee corner here. How are you? So yeah, I've reached the goal way faster than what I've expected, so I've like miscalculated. That's why we are right now just having like end of the stream talk, but I do encourage like people who are not subscribed to subscribe, because tomorrow we are also going to have a stream where we are going to start working on Ina, and then who knows, maybe we are going to stream slightly longer, and I'm going to just start like working on Calli's proper sketch, from a thing to another. It's all going to work. It's all going to work out, and we're going to make sometimes shorter streams, we're going to do sometimes longer streams. That's how it goes. But I'm happy that I'm capable to actually get into working on slightly more ambitious illustrations, because when it comes to the illustrations themselves, we improved a lot from the last time I came here. because this time you use the whole canvas. Yes, that is correct. The also we are going to make like the background. That's something I also wasn't really doing previously. We're going to like make like a full illustration with a background and stuff. I wasn't really doing that as often. The only like from the illustrations that I can quickly show that actually had the background was actually this illustration. And like you can still see that it's like having some stuff going on, but back then I was just, you know, not really sure what to do with myself. It wasn't really that long ago, but still I wasn't really sure what I want to do with myself, so a lot of things have like textures that don't really look good, and over time I've just dropped them, and now we're here back at working on more ambitious illustrations with full backgrounds, environment, several characters at the same time. Oh, nice. Yeah, you know. So that's the goal, definitely. That's definitely the goal. And yeah, so tomorrow we are going to work on Ina, and I see that Ina is going to be, well, Ina is not going to be as difficult to do because she's like going to be mostly covered with hair. Maybe we're going to have some play with you know, the hair, like her hair entangled around Calli's hand, because why not? And basically like we are going to sit down and also sketch out the background, how it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to look and such. And sooner or later we are going to be reducing my reference base to only the VTubers that we have here, so Gigi, Calli, Kiara and Ina. And basically we're going to like fix the sketch, make the line art, put flats. I think I'm going to make the flats as one solid color. Calli thumb is small. True. And that's why actually drawing while being fully rested is important, because you never know. There. Because like when you're losing your focus, you're like out of the commission, you know what I mean? We only have like 2 hours of constant focus, which is actually allowing us to, for example, draw for 2 hours. If someone was wondering why I'm always doing this. How do you come up with the pose? I've got references. I've just looked, I've spent 2 hours on Pinterest, and I was just looking around like a bunch of different references. I found someone making, so for example, Calli's pose is on a reference, like couple references by the way, because one, it's like 2 references mixed together. Kiara's I don't have the reference for Kiara's pose, I've just made them, so the only character whose pose is referenced is Calli's here. All the characters around are actually made to fit the environment and basically to fill out the blank space. It's cool, it's good, it works, and like most likely we can just, you know, work around things and it's just going to work, you know? So basically we're just around the case where we have this whole section going on. Let me actually go to the YouTube. What did you eat? Yeah. Also, folks, please do remember to eat. So basically the environmental is referenced, the sofa is going to be referenced because I'm going to change the sofa design from the one that is originally in the reference of the background. Calli's reference is a mixed reference because it's the original pose from the photo, plus the photo I found on the Pinterest, and I'm referencing the designs from the official Hololive website. So that's, you know, that's the whole case that goes in. And yeah, you know, again, like, I'm really sorry that this stream is coming so short. I'm still trying to like talk a lot, you know. So yeah. Also, this weekend I want to record stuff. We'll see where that's going to go. I want to record my first episode of a Devis's Art Academy. It's going to be a series of art tutorials, but here's the thing. First episode is going to be skippable. It's going to be called what? Hi, and glad to have you here. How are you? Hope how's it going? Hey, brosa, how you doing? I'm doing good, thank you. So basically, how to say this? Basically, the tutorial is going to be called the psyche behind art, or something along those lines. It's basically going to talk about how to prepare yourself mentally to like going into art, because talking about many different like mental traps, things that are causing burnouts, how to deal with burnouts. It's going to talk about like how to like protect yourself as an artist from toxic thinking. What is the toxic thinking? Difference between ignorance, I've had a good word for that. Again, giving art lessons midstream. No, I'm just talking about like, you know, stuff. Tomorrow I want to tomorrow or day after tomorrow I want to record the first episode of Devis's Art Academy. The art tutorial series. I want to start. I've already made an attempt on that, but I want to come back to that. You the real Da Vinci? Oh my. Imagine. But yeah, you know, I just want to go around that, like talk a bit about like it's not going to really show that much. I want to like, I'm most likely going to just show a lot of like images and such, but things that are, I'm not really going to like play anything much in the background. I'm going to just talk a lot about like mentality and just, you know, basically like before you start, or you've started already but you feel that something's wrong, watch this kind of video, you know. Then the first video is going to talk about it's going to actually introduce the first real art lessons. That's why the first tutorial is going to be very skippable, you know. That's the thing. And we'll see actually, because I think the first episode is going to be about 15 minutes long, while the second episode is going to, well, that one might actually take a while. As much as I've calculated, most likely the actual episodes are going to be between 30 minutes to like 40. So that's that. So what is happening around the world? Anything new with you since I didn't come for a long time? You were on the last stream. No, you weren't on the last stream with it, I think. But you were this stream before that, so it's not really that long. But well, new things. I'm becoming more and more of a manager in the workplace, and so you'll see. You're very talented, don't give up. Thanks, John. Thank you so much. you know? It really means a lot. Oh yeah, how is it going on with the gacha game production? I'm buried under commissions. My goal is to... I want to quickly finish the commissions, but the problem is that I'm procrastinating a lot. I'm finally capable to like fight off the procrastination, but my biggest problem is actually like whatever is going on, you know what I mean? Beep boop beep. Meep. So the main shtick that I'm actually like having issues with is that I just need to focus on the commissions to finish them and catch up with them, and then I can come back to actually working on things. And basically, don't delegate. I think you shouldn't delegate it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm not going to delegate a commission. I'm procrastinating, which actually makes me not really want to finish that. I mean, like, it makes me like do other stuff and not working on actual things, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's my goal. But folks, cops is the only thing I can have in my life. Damn. Oh, cope. Yeah, same. I'm hoping that at some point I'm going to finish those commissions. Unironically, I've got 2 more commissions, so my case is not getting any better. But hey, actually, I'm waiting for the payment for 1 commission. Diddle is the best Solulu, yes. But I'm waiting for the payment for 1 commission because that's like $5. I need to... So I've got feedbacks that 3 people out of 4 like their commissions as sketches, so I need to make the line work and make the flats. Hi Green, got over here, how your pen has going? Congrats. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, should I sleep or play games? What time is it for you, Green? That's the most important one. 12 p.m. Like in the night, at the night, or is it midnight? Games, yeah. Games, let's go. Yeah, night. Play games for like 1 more. At what? Like 1 or 2 more hours, and then go to sleep. That's what I would do. And yeah, actually, so yeah, the like you need those eyebags or else, yeah, imagine. But the thing is, like, I need to, it's the weekend, yeah. I'm thinking I might be trying to sit a bit longer. Today, tomorrow, we'll see. For sure I'll be trying to make at least 1 all-nighter during my week off. So that's something to go about. Also, next week is only 4 days, let's go. Hey Davis, yeah, what's up? And oh, actually, yeah, 1 more thing. So when it comes to the like things, worth Bungo, Stray Dogs worth watching, I've heard it is. Haven't heard it. I haven't seen it. But I did hear from people that it's worth watching. So yeah. Yes? Okay, so Muto can say. So the thing is that I am going to try to actually catch up with as many commissions as possible, most likely during the weekend. We'll see. I need to make flats, so I'm going to make line arts for most of the commissions and place flats, send it to the clients. I need to redo the entirety of the things. Netflix only gives 1 season. there are other sources. So, another thing, it's fine, yeah. So another thing is like today I need to catch up with those. If I'll be able to make for most of, like, for those 3D flats, I'll be good. Another commission needs to be redone fully, so I want to make the things also play back after charging the phone for a bit. Alrighty. So the thing is that I want to like pick up the, how's it called? So I want to pick up the let's go, Davis, go get those bags. Yeah. I've already got the eye bags, don't worry. So I want to get a... I think today I'm going to try to make the sketches because I need to redo the entire commission. Because I didn't understand the client properly, unfortunately. And I want to make at least 2 out of 3 flats. Won't be that difficult. So yeah, you know. From one thing to another, you know, I think good things can go to good ways, if that makes sense. But yeah, Pirates of Caribbean things playing in the background, yeah. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up the stream. We're going to stream tomorrow where we'll make the INA and probably we'll start making the background or try to finish the background ASAP because it's not going to be really that difficult. We've got everything already planned out. I was like, yeah, it's been 1 hour and 13 minutes. We've been talking for like 20 to 30 minutes, I think, because like 20 minutes about, give or take 23. Did you do early stream or something? No, we are just ending faster a bit. I started 0.7 p.m. CT today. I'm just finishing slightly earlier. Because we've reached our goal, which was drawing Kiara. So we finished drawing Kiara. I just want to, you know, keep up with my goals. So since my goal was just drawing Kiara, I'm going to keep up with that, and that's it. You know what I mean? So that's that. Another thing is, well, yeah, we have the plan. Tomorrow is going to be the stream. Probably we're going to catch up with all of the sketching. And after the sketching, we're going to start fixing the sketches. So I'm going to go over all of the characters, background, make the proper sketches before the line arts that I usually do. Then the line art for everything. Then the flats, we're going to then see how the actual illustration looks like. And yeah. But folks, meanwhile, as always, thank you all for coming and watching. For those who are not subscribed, please subscribe, it helps me a lot. And you'll be up to date with the current things. Turbulence between we and Davis, so please exit for tomorrow. Yeah, bye bye. As always, folks, stay creative and I hope to see you in the next one.